mixing up my pots.
4, 3.
Howdy everyone, morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are.
Hang on a sec, let's see if we can get the number.
I hope you're all ready with your palettes and your paintings. This is the one you would have seen in the group that it's been hanging up on my wall for the last week and I haven't touched it. It's been very difficult, but I wanted to have a beginning already here so that I wasn't just painting the first bits. So this is typically how I start. You'll find that every artist has a different way to begin. I like starting with colour. I like putting down, you know, some dark areas also, but I like having some colour on there, even if it's not the way that the palette's going to end up. I love starting with colour in the background so that it can create those nice moments of surprise for me. That can happen. But then once I'm at the start, then this sort of stage, then I start thinking through, okay, which areas do I really want to push? What colours do I really want to start bringing onto this palette? And while it's kind of here, and I'm not going to go too far, I am going to bring in some richer colours to the whole look of it. But I'm actually kind of really enjoying the composition that I've got there. So I'm going to kind of start working with that a little bit too. How are we going there, Ricky? You good?
Good. What are those little colours over there?
Oh, this is the swatch that I worked on. So the colours that I put into the group are approximately what's going on here on the wall. So I can see around about what I'm going to get when I mix all the different ones. I think one that I haven't put on there, so you know, is a Prussian blue. So Ricky, if you come over to the palettes. So I've used this Prussian blue, and I think I suggested a turquoise, phthalo turquoise, which I do have in my pots, mixed with some of the darker umbers and a little bit of black. But I do have this blue because I'm sort of wanting to add a little bit of greens and blues to this one.
The blue doesn't look very blue, that blue you mentioned.
It's very dark.
Yeah, okay.
It's almost a black. I'm using it almost like a black.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And then I've got some of my lights, so I was just mixing up a very light, creamy colour as well, which is just made up of the Titan Buff and white. I always use titanium white. So I've got a big pot of that. So I'm just making myself up some in this old bucket that I've got. Yeah, so I'm hoping everyone's got some canvases that they can work on and you're in your painting clothes like I am and you're ready to go. I'm just going to start by painting. Maybe we can put on a song, Ricky, and we can all just sort of start getting into.
I see a few people here. Yeah, everyone looks like they're in their studios. Hilda's in
Beautiful.
the studio. Hi, Hilda.
Hi, Hilda in Norway. Beautiful.
Amy's there too.
Amy. Hi, Amy.
Laurie looks like she's up and ready to go.
Is it Laurie Quo?
Laurie, quiet.
Congratulations on catching the ball, Laurie.
What ball?
At the it was Cubs game?
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So good. Oh, good. Awesome. It's good to see everyone from everywhere.
Yep, right,
And
okay, all right.
so
Roll.
I want to get painting.
Oh, there's another one from Norway. Marriott is in Norway as well.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Must be a neighbour.
Well, if you're painting, then please just, we're going to put some music on and then we'll come back and Ricky can, if you've got any questions, just put them into the chat and he'll ask me as we go. Otherwise, I'll just natter on about what I'm doing while I'm painting. Oh, and we'll have music going, so I may not talk while the music's on, otherwise you won't hear me.
Well, I'll hear it a little bit. All right, you're going to go in the overhead to mix up?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'll leave you over there for a minute while I find some tracks.
Okay, you do that, and I'll just start getting some colours that I want to put on here together.
I'll fight.
Who's this, Ricky?
I'll fight for you.
Andy Grammer.
I always do until my heart.
Oh, that's a good colour. Can you see that?
Yep. Good luck.
I will stay.
See how that's going to...
You going?
Yep.
I will stay.
Right, let's go.
I just want to see how it's going to look. Oh, that's nice and...
We'll make it to the other side. Like love do.
bread? Yeah?
No.
Okay.
It's a hard brush, nice and flat and hard. I'm just going to mix up so I just went in hard, just really kind of trying to manipulate. Can you come here, Ricky? Trying to manipulate these brownie colours to more blues and purples. So I'm just starting to get a bit more depth in the colour. And now I'm just going to go a little bit more into the brighter pinky areas with a punchier reddy kind of colour that I'm making up here out of the Azarian red, some of the quinacridone, and I might just grab in some of the colour that's here. A little bit in my pot. If you've seen me mixing, you know I kind of add a little bit of everything in as I'm painting. But I'm wanting to bring in some areas of deeper.
We'll take down that palette paper.
What's that?
Next time you might take that paper so it doesn't move around so much.
What paper?
The paper in the tray.
Oh, yeah. How's everyone going? Are you all painting along?
Maybe there's some that's late, so they're just enjoying a nice glass of wine there. Yes, Hilda, I see you.
Good on you, Hilda.
Boy, it's early morning here, so we're not having a glass of anything. Not even a coffee.
Not even a coffee yet.
Get to the coffee shop.
So I'm just going to start manipulating some of the colours together so that we get some interesting crosses between the blues and the pinks. But really at this kind of point, I'm just really colour blocking to get some surprises happening. So I kind of know my palette, which is just going to be a deeper version of what I've got, but I'm wanting to get those beautiful surprises that happen when the colours cross over.
Ronnie's just asking over in New Zealand, are you intentionally grouping your colours for composition reasons or to avoid mud?
It is kind of like I'm wanting to get the colours on there. So I know if I start kind of like going all over that I will get mud, but that said, I like getting there is kind of quite muddy. I know I'll come over the top with some brighter colours, but I also know that underneath that is kind of I can get some nice, interesting surprises by getting them together. So at this point, I am kind of keeping my colours a little bit separate so that I start the painting happening everywhere. I don't mind some mud. I will intentionally put mud on there, but I'm wanting to get more, I'm wanting to get a bit more bright on there at the moment, actually. That colour that I just mixed was a little bit dark. So I'll bring in a little bit of the fluoro pink into it, and it will get me a lot more of a pop.
Just getting a bit of shine on that front camera. Morning, Rinks. I know you, Rayneau. She said she just arrived, having your coffee. Hi, Deni. Hi, Rick.
So you can see the camera, it's not really showing those colours as well, or not my camera, is it showing up enough?
There's got a bit of shine on that one, but that's okay. You can always try that one or that one. They're just not as clear as the front.
So yeah, I have got my dark areas, and I often work with threes. For anyone that's done work with me, you'll know. So I've sort of got, at the moment they're around about the same size, so I will start manipulating them. And then I've got my three kind of pinky red areas. I've got some pops of little orange and others. I'm kind of keeping them going where they are, just crossing them over more. So there is actually kind of a method to my madness of where they're all headed. And I know I've got a kind of a nice, so, you know, to bring in, I've got some nice lighter areas, but I wanted to go a little bit more gold on those areas. Now I probably need to swap my brush. I'll get a different one out here. I'll go for one of my big brushes. You'll like these ones.
Yep.
My curved ones are always fun.
Is it curve or is it bend?
Oh. You say potato.
That's a potato.
That's a really nice kind of goldy colour.
Yeah, that's good.
And I wanted to, and this is the glazy medium. So instead of using water, I'm using glazy medium.
I'm doing that a little bit lately.
I have been doing that a little bit lately. It's because we bought some, if you remember, and it's been sitting on my shelf. And I discovered it and thought, why aren't I using that?
Yeah.
Now, this is raw canvas that I'm painting on. So as you can see, even when I put these colours on, without that kind of white underneath, they do, but I do love, I won't actually go all the way to the edge because I really love the way the white, the raw canvas looks. But what I will do is I'll start bringing on some other light colours so that it starts giving me some punch.
Is that a pot of white?
It's actually white and Titan buff, so it's kind of a bit creamy. If I put it under the camera, I'll give you a look. It's off white, but when you put it on there, look how beautifully white it looks. It's kind of got a nice chunk of white, and when you go into some of those colours, it goes to a nice colour. It's kind of adding in to what's already there, which can give you some nice kind of happy surprises. Like as soon as I put that on, it kind of lights me up. So I'll get a bit more of that going on. It's a lovely kind of light pink. And this is a great brush. So it's got quite a good thick mop on the end, which works for me. How's everyone going? Are we going to play another song while we paint, Ricky?
Yeah, sure can. Sure can.
I'm just wanting to get a mix of marks, so just really lightly. If I'm here, then I can make it all the way across the canvas and I can get a little bit of marks going everywhere with this.
Right. Bit of pink. Shay says she's happy to be here. So thank you again.
Hey, Shay.
What's the pink you use for liquid text?
What was that? Pink.
What was the pink that you use for liquid text?
I've got Azerian red,
Yeah.
quinacridone magenta, fluoro pink.
Yeah, that one there. The liquid text, right?
Yeah, that's the Liquitex fluoro. It's actually my favourite fluoro, to be honest. I do have lots, but that one's probably my fave. Okay. Now when I've got all of these light colours on here, I want to keep them, so I'm going to try and not go to them too much. I like where they are. I'm just going to start building up some other interesting colours on there. So I mixed up earlier, I think that was overhead. It's got a little bit of the yellow, which is transparent yellow oxide. And then I think I put a little bit of black in there to get that kind of greeny colour, and I put the glazy medium so that it is quite transparent. I'm just going to see what that looks like on the painting to see whether it's a colour that I want to pop through in parts. It's kind of a nice, if I can get it in an area where it's not quite so, this nice kind of greeny, yucky colour that I like. So I'm just going to get some bits in there of these kind of colours because I want there to be a little bit of a, I want to get those yucky colours in here as well. It might be a little bit more difficult for you to see. Can you see those, Ricky? Which one? Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's... So I'm just adding other little pops, but it's all coming from around about the same palette. So, you know, if you can see the palette, it's the one that I put into the group. I'm not adding anything different so that I can really start manipulating it. When you've got as many colours as I did on that palette, you can make a lot. So even if they do end up being a little bit different, like I'm liking some of that stuff. When they start crossing in together, you get some nice sort of surprises going on. Some really nice kind of... Pardon? Grungy. Now look how good that looks when I put it onto the palette. Are you in the palette? Look at all those colours. I've got some of this and then it goes to this really beautiful yucky yellow that I like. And I'll get some of that on there. See what it looks like on its own. And then I'll go into some of the areas. Some of these areas, like I say, they're wet, so be a little bit careful if you are painting like me to not go too much into that sort of grungy kind of colour. I like a little bit of it, but I'm definitely going to end up probably being in a lot of mud on a lot of areas here because I'm not drying in between. So I'll come in again over the top and go brighter. But I'm just at the moment just kind of getting a nice spread of all the different areas. I might... No, it's okay. I'll just stick with it. And then I can always come back over and get some punch going back on the areas that I want. And get some of those areas mixed in a little bit more. Make sure that when you are painting that you use your brush in a few different directions, that you're not always going in the same direction. I will quite often move my painting around, but I won't, when they're really this big, I don't do it that much unless I put them on the floor in the last few layers. But I'm already getting a lot more depth in those dark areas and in the light areas, which I like. There's I'm going to get a bit more yellow on there, but I'm not getting a chunky yellow, so I'm going to bring in yellow oxide, but this one isn't transparent, so it'll be a bit chunkier. I'm gonna grab a hog brush. Get a much more definite line with a thick brush like that. So I'm just wanting to get a much bigger area of a colour here. It's looking a bit too scrappy, so I'll just come in with a bit of texture.
Bonnie's just asking, what's that colour on the lower part? Right, the palette. The palette there. That lower sienna looking colour. There, yeah.
Here. That is a little bit of that green that I made up out of the yellow oxide transparent and black, and then just more of the glazing medium, but it's a really, really nice kind of dull yellow. It's just what starts to happen when they start mixing together. And then there's just the white in there. So I do tend to do this where I find an area and I start kind of working on it. And then if you see, you know, I start going like it starts to get it all really kind of bright in areas. So I work in threes. So I go into my dark areas, I go into my bright areas, and I go into my light areas. And I just push and pull between the three. Like right now, you know, the composition's kind of gone off in a different direction, but it needs to, because it wasn't, you know, I needed to push it. All right, I'm just going to paint for a bit. Okay, I'm going to go dark again. Mine. I'm an artist, not a singer. Bit of Carole King, eh?
I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to tremble whenever you're around.
I am liking this palette, which is good.
When I see your face, mellow as the month of May. Oh, darling.
Yeah, I'm trying to mix in that blue, because I don't want the blue to be on it. Try and get it into that bit more of a purpley, like that.
I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to tremble whenever you're around.
Make sure you swap your brushes around. What's that?
Did show Ricky has the best song? It's a hit and miss, Joe. It's hit and miss. It's not always the case.
Okay, it's another good song. So if I stand back, and you really need to stand back a lot, I've got this big dark area here and a big dark area over here, but I'm really going to have to start pushing one or the other because at the moment they're really competing. I love this area here and I'm really enjoying this bit. So I want to, in order to get balance, can you see how it's really imbalanced at the moment with that down there? It's just not, it's not got enough to it to hold the rest of it. So I think what I will do is I'll start pulling this over a little bit to make it less one big blob and pull it so it's got some underneath as well. And push and pulling this area, which I'm not enjoying much at all. So I'll just sort of like just start putting more areas of big colour into there. So I hope you're all enjoying it. I hope you have, if you've got any questions, just let me know.
Debbie said you got a new hat.
I do. It's my snake hat.
A snake hat.
Year of the snake. I think it's the year of snake. Yes, it is. We went from dragon to snake this year. Okay. Do we want to do another song and I'll just keep going?
Yeah, yeah. Rayneau just asked us the beige, that's just the raw canvas, right?
All of this is raw canvas.
Yeah,
And up here. So I will leave that. I like having some of that on there, which is the reason why I get clear gessoed raw canvas. And it's got such a nice colour to it. It does mean I've got to pull in a lot of these kind of colours to really pop the white. But I love the colour of that on there. And I did use some Posca on this before, which I will definitely bring an oil pastel at some stage, but I really want to get enough of, at the moment, and I hear you when you say that I'm putting the colours into separate areas, they will start coming together more because at the moment it is a little bit everywhere. So I want those colours to start blending a little bit better before I come back and probably hit them again with another saturated colour. Okay.
I'll get some music going for you.
Thank you, Ricky.
You and me were meant to be walking free in harmony. One fine day we'll fly away. Don't you know that Rome wasn't built in a day? Hey, hey, hey. This day and age is so easy to stress. Cause people are strange and you can never second guess.
what's going on for you when you're doing that paintwork there? Tell me a little bit about that. What's going on with that? Tell me. What are you feeling as you're watching today?
I'm just wanting to get some thicker areas of dark. I don't want too much of that green. I kind of want it to go a little bit bluer, but that's okay. It'll get there. Okay, let's have a look.
That music. Let's have a good look at it.
Okay, so it has got a little bit more balance now. This area is different than what that is. I'll still be kind of working on them now, but I do prefer bringing in that kind of big area.
You're puffing a bit. That was a bit of a workout, was it?
It was a little bit. I'll just start developing the colours in these areas more and pushing some of the others. I love these little pops. I love that little pop of orange going on up there and that one down there, and I love this area. So I'm just going to kind of keep going. I might bring more of that orange on.
Alrighty.
Where did I get that from? Oh, I know. Although now I've got this brush, I do want to use it to bring in a different colour. Bit of Sia.
Yeah, Marie, yeah, we're recording this now, and we'll have it up for replay as soon as possible. I know it's past midnight, yes.
So look at that yummy mud I just made by bringing some of that green in. I see what you mean, Ricky, about the paper.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, not on the paper. Now, on the paper now. I'm not keeping up with what's on the top of this at the same time.
Babe,
Alright.
if you're not on the camera,
I'm not going to get fired.
you're going to get fired.
Wow.
Okay, I know I need to push some areas. Let's have a look where they've got to go.
Not like that.
Oh, thanks, Ricky.
No worries, Steve. Well, we're telling that story when we first met.
Yeah, go on.
You tell them.
Is that you singing?
Yeah, why not? I can't dance, I'm not going to sing.
Okay, I'm going to try and get a bit of an orange going on.
Pat, thank you. Ooh. There you go now.
Just
Bonnie just asked, what are you mixing with for the orange? To get your orange, what are you mixing
so that is
with? Yes.
quinacridone Nicolazole Gold. Now, if I wasn't using that, because you can't get that much anymore, these are some tubes that I found, if you remember when we went out to country Australia, I would use the Australian Sienna and maybe deepen that with a little bit of quinacridone magenta. Yeah, that's also got a little bit of that yellow because I'm using the brushes, and I'll do this a lot. I'll use the same brushes so that all the colours are starting to get into each other.
Yeah.
That makes them like, as soon as I start getting into that greeny colour there, look at that yummy kind of greeny gold colour. And then the palette starts really integrating together. So for instance, on some of these areas that I went into, all of the colours are starting to blend because they're wet, which I like. Like that colour there is so yummy. I'll try and get a bit more of it like actually nice and chunky without it blending because it's so nice. And that's what I'll start doing is I'll start looking at different areas and I'll start getting some more solid colours of something. So if I really like that colour, which I do, I'll get a nice solid bit of it. So you can see that solid bit amongst all the mess. And that's what I'll start pushing because I'm getting lots of yummy kind of crosses between the colours. And then these bits, these real solid bits of colour starts helping the composition come in. The darks and then just pushing those three. The palette's not there yet. It is kind of a bit too, for me, it's not blended. There's just too much colour going on. So I will just really start pushing in the in-between kind of greys and straws to get a lot more blending between them because it's just too green, pink, yellow. So that's where I'll start heading more and more and more. And to do that, I'll probably lose it because it will start getting duller and a bit more like mud. But that's my process. I kind of need to go backwards in order to come forwards. But I've got I love where I'm heading with it. I love the kind of feel of the composition. This bit, increasing the size of that has really helped the composition. That's kind of holding it at the bottom. And it's because it's a different kind of shape than those ones. It's giving me a little bit more balance. But it's nice. It feels really wild, like a wild bush scene or flower scene, or which often my work starts looking a bit botanical, which I don't mind.
I'm sure just asking, are you thinking about doing a colour blocking course at some stage?
I am. I'm going to do a quick one, kind of like the transparency one. So I'm just going to do some basic colour blocking, which I do a lot. So this is the stuff that I've been doing all week in prep for going to big, is I just do these palettes like that or like this. And they can start looking really beautiful.
A bit of shine on it from the...
Is it?
Yeah.
I send them back a little bit. How's that?
That's good.
And that gives me an idea of where I want to head. Oh, that's a palette, like that. This is one of my favourites. I keep this on my floor because I love, somehow or other, I really love the composition in that one. So that type of thing, I keep them all around me just to give me inspiration. Here's another one. And also a really good way to see what colour palettes I like. So I do these for palettes, but also for blocking, colour blocking. So honestly, I work on these a lot before I go to this. I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking where I am. I'm not there yet, but I'm liking where I am, which is good. You going to put on another song for me, Ricky?
Sure can.
And I'll just get some more done. I'm just going to increase the size of some of these areas. A little bit of an Australian artist for you.
Thought I saw a man born to lie. He was warm, he came around, and he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. Well, you couldn't be that man I adored. You don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. I don't know him anymore. He's nothing where he used to lie. Conversation has run by. That's what's going on. Nothing's funny at all. I'm all out of face. This is how I feel. Oh, and I am ashamed. I naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. Wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late. I'm already told. So I guess the fortune teller's right. Should have seen just what was there and not some holy light. It's all beneath my veins and now I don't care. I have no luck. I don't miss it all that much. There's just so many things that I can't touch and on. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. Cold and I am ashamed. Lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. Wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late. I'm already There's nothing where he used to lie. My inspiration has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's right at all. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel.
I do. I've got a little bit of... this is the only colour I didn't put on the palette onto the one. So that was... You see my palette's getting a bit dirty. Prussian blue. I just didn't want to go too green, and so I actually probably will start pushing some of these green areas. Actually don't mind it, but I may start getting them a little bit more blue. It was just a last minute thing. I wasn't liking the green as much as I was using it on my palettes, so I wanted to go more blue. And all of these pots are just mixes of the same thing. This has got a lot of raw umber in it, so I might start bringing that on. If you remember when I started doing the palette right at the beginning, the other day I used a lot of raw umber. That just changes up some of those darker areas into something. So it's already there, so I don't mind bringing it on. I like that so much.
Church music for the morning. Sunday morning church?
We've got a bit of Prince going on.
No, I guess again.
Dearly beloved? No? Oh, Faith.
There you go, you got there.
Go for it, Renee. Who's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Awesome. How are you going without the white, Naren? How fun is it to paint with people from across the world? Mix it together now. Some fun, feeling I'm not the only one. Excuse my singing. Got to let that dry. It's a bit of everything. But I just want to get that dark. So Okay. I'm kind of reached that point where it's so wet now that if I keep going, I'm just going to start getting them smushed together.
You want to get a hairdryer?
It'll take a little bit to dry.
How long? Like a couple of songs?
Well, I'll try and dry it for one song. So you put the music on, I'll dry so that
All right.
I'm just going to make sure I've got a long enough dryer.
Oh, cord. You won't have a long enough cord there. No way. No way.
Okay, then we're going to have to do.
Okay, wait. Keep talking.
Just talk amongst yourselves, everyone. But I'll talk through the if you're interested, kind of in the composition. So at the moment, because I put a lot of the dark down the bottom, it's good. I like it. I do need to balance it just up here a little bit. So rather than doing one big area, I'll start bringing in a little bit of the dark through here, so that those areas kind of match up. Just feels like that needs to happen, but I love, it's kind of got a nice wild feeling about it. I also want to bring in a few straight lines, which will just kind of bring in a bit of order because it's everywhere. And I still want the palette to kind of meld a little bit more than it is. So whether or not I get rid of that kind of tone, or I pull it back a bit more to like a purpley, or just have little bits of it popping through. At the moment, I'm loving, loving, loving this and these. They're working for me. It just feels a little bit too rainbow with it all, so I will go one way or another. But it's good having it there because even if I just have a little bit popping through like this, little bit of popping through there, it's really nice to have that bit of bright that's coming through, and that's what I think I'll start going to with some of these areas. I'll just start pushing them because I love pushing and pushing and pushing to get something that's more interesting. I love the feeling of it. I love where I've gone with it, but I need to do more. Have I got enough there now, babe?
Cool. You can unplug the PowerPoint then and plug it in over there.
Okay. Ah, awesome. So, Ricky will put on another song while I dry.
It's going to be loud though. But,
And if you're also at the same stage, then dry yours too, so we can do some more.
oh, thanks. Now, Melanie says it's one of her favourite things to do is watch you paint.
Aww.
Applying the paint. Hang on a sec. Let me get you a tune.
Oh, and also this.
Oh, you might turn it on the wall, babe. Up here. The white cord up there.
Oh, okay.
Try and make it out. Okay.
Ice will melt, water will boil. You and I can shake off this mortal coil. It's bigger than us. You don't have to worry about it. Ready or not, here comes the drop. You feel lucky when you know where you are. You know it's gonna come true. Here in your arms, I remember. It's only natural that I should want to be there with you. It's only natural.
How's that? Getting dry?
Still some of it's wet, but I can probably do more on top.
Yep.
So hopefully you've got your paintings a little bit drier. I've got a lot of paint on this. I've been painting quite thick, so it will take a little bit of time, but I'm going to just put a few more bits in there. I just want to get bigger in some areas. So hope you're all having fun. Hope you're all painting.
Yeah, there's lots of painting.
I'll have a look at it in the replay to see all of yours. Oh, will I be able to see?
No.
No.
Oh, I should have done that while you were painting. Drying. Because I've got you spotlighted, that you won't see the others.
Okay, got you.
Just enjoying the ambience now. Just the Down with the brush strokes.
Oh, good. Teddy swims. Teddy swims and I share the same hat maker.
Yes, that's true. Bam Bam Bats from Bondi.
You saw me last spot where you look. Talk me a language that I never speak. Baby, that ain't for
He's
me.
done a few musical artists, hasn't he? Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Where you move, you took me higher than I ever flew.
He's probably the most famous though, right?
Yeah.
Second chance, baby, I'm just a man. I'm just a man. No, I'm thinking about you late night. No, I'm running around with your friends now. I'm picking the pieces of my soul about the floor.
Debbie's gonna go. Thanks, Deb.
See you, Deb. Thanks for coming.
You get two brushes going at the same time. Wow. Double brush. Guess you can get twice as much painting on done then, right? Two brushes.
You didn't know I was ambidextrous, did you?
Is that a pastel? No, it's a scraper, is it?
It's a cadless wedge.
Ah.
It's good for getting just some odd lines. Okay, so what you can see is that I really went kind of over my bright areas and I love it so much more now. Like the palette's starting to get there in a way that I like. I've still got little pops of that coming through. So they're still there, but they're just not as front and center. I've got this really nice kind of deep purpley color, which for me is kind of bringing those greens and golds into a nicer place. It's not looking so completely rainbowish.
Yeah.
So it's starting to get a little bit more interesting for me. I'll still just kind of keep going with pushing these areas. If you can really see them close up, there's a lot of complexity to the colour because I've put so many layers over it now that these areas are starting to get really interesting. They're not just one colour, there's all these layers coming in those areas. So I might start doing that a little bit more into some muddy areas like this. But yeah, I'm liking where we've got to. How's everyone going?
Yeah, still painting away.
Still painting?
Hilda's-
Everyone's still enjoying themselves?
Yes. Amy's painting away.
All right, well, we'll probably keep painting for about 15 more minutes.
Yeah, cool.
And that'll take us to about an hour and a half, which will be a really good paint jam. I'm loving that you guys have come along. It feels so different when I've got people in the studio painting with me, so I appreciate you doing that. I'm hoping you're enjoying it just as much. And I'm just going to keep going.
Did you want to mention what's coming up in the next few months?
What's coming up in the next few months? I'm going to do a colour blocking course, which will be a really quick one, really, but it'll just give you an idea of colour blocking and how I go through my palettes. And then we've got another messy middle coming up in
Starts August.
Starts in August.
Early August.
And for those of you that have taken it before, I've got a good surprise about the messy middle. And anybody who wants to do it again, it will be coming up in September. And then I think in about September, October, I'll start calling in Art and Soul for next year, which is February. So I've got, I don't know if anyone, oh yeah, Laurie's on the call and so's Hilda. They're both in Art and Soul at the moment.
Robbie's in there.
Oh, Robbie, hi Robbie from Adelaide. So yes, I'll be doing round 1 of Art and Soul next year. There's already a couple of people in, but I'll be actually putting that out to everyone in October.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now, back on the overhead. Yes.
I'm back on the overhead, and what I did is I just grabbed that brush that I had all that blue in, and if I start mixing up my palettes, you get these beautiful non-colours.
Great.
It's just grey.
Dark, muddy, grey.
But it's beautiful. So I just start getting that solid colour into a few places.
Want me to keep you going with some music?
Please.
Havana, na na. Half of my heart is in Havana, na na. He took me back to East Atlanta, na na na. All of my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners. Havana, na na. Woke up with that how you doing? When he came in, he said there's a lot of girls I can do it, but I can't wait. They're doing forever in a minute. That's on my night. I was that he got Milo in him. He got me feeling ooh. I knew it when I met him. I loved him when I left him. Got me feeling like ooh. And then I had to tell him I had to go. Oh na 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 na. Havana, na na. Half of my heart is in Havana, na na. He took me back to East Atlanta, na na na. All of my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana, na na.
Just graduated fresh on campus. Fresh out East Atlanta.
You're gonna have to get me another one of these, babe.
Coming out of water.
No, it's not working as well.
Havana, na na. Half of my heart is in Havana, na na.
Oh,
Tottering along?
tottering along. So that's what I'll be doing. How are we going on time? I'll just kind of keep tweaking this until I get somewhere with it. Like I love this stage. I love where it's at, but it's just not there for me palette-wise. But it's getting there, and I will probably bring in a little bit of oil pastel, which I might just kind of show you. That's the last thing that I'll do.
Where's your pastel? Oh, over there. Off camera.
I use these big chunky oil pastels from Senelia.
Bring it up to the camera.
I'm hoping to get some oil sticks soon, which I've used before.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what they look like. So there's one colour there, and what I love about them is when you do put a solid line on, can you see that?
Yep.
It does this really nice kind of chunky mark, which just stands out. That's one of my favourite colours, and this is another one. You've really got to try and find the spots that are dry, because you don't want to go over the wet paint. So this, if I do it over a colour that's maybe over here, we'll show you. I don't know if you can see that, but it just starts getting some other kind of lines that you can't get in any other way. It's really nice. But when I do those, I try and not go over them too much. They just add something else over the top.
Final touch. It's the final. You wouldn't put paint over
I sometimes do, but I try not to. They're kind of things that I will come over at the end and put a bit of that onto. But again, I need to push this palette even further. I don't want there to be as much of a bright pop to it. So I'm just going to keep kind of pushing these areas into these areas so that I've got that real deep colour and light colour, and I'll try and get rid of a lot of the pops so that the palette starts working a bit better for me. I seem to be getting less and less colourful these days, and I'm kind of really pushing the values, the darks and lights.
Well, it actually might be a good time to do a colour blocking short course thing.
I think so. But I like putting the colour on there because it will always stay in just bits. And that's where I really love the colour to be, just pops of it coming through. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm really liking where it's got to.
Everybody's saying they love watching you paint.
Oh,
Saturday,
yay.
Sunday.
Awesome. Well, I will probably just kind of keep going on this. We'll keep the cameras on probably for the next week. This will be up.
Yeah, we'll
and
put it on.
I'll put it onto my YouTube channel. So if you want to check out how it ends up looking,
So you save your pots, don't you? Your pots will all be saved.
Absolutely, all of this will just. I've got lids that will go over these, and I'll just put tops on all of these. I usually put a bit of water into them so that they last. But yeah, this is all too yummy to let go of because now I've got those colours on there. I just want to start. They're like my witch's brews, my soup pots.
Now, speaking of yummy, we haven't had breakfast yet on the way in, so we're starving. Let's go and get something to eat.
All right, it's so good. I'm so glad you all came. I hope you've enjoyed it. And Ricky's still on the palette.
Oh yeah, where are you? Sorry.
It's been so much fun. I hope you all, I really want to see what you've painted. So can you please post it into the Paint Jam? And I'll come on there
Let me spotlight you for a second.
in the next day or so. I'll come on and see all the beautiful things that you've posted. And as this progresses, I'll post it into the Paint Jam as well. But it's been really beautiful.
you
Thanks
see
for
that
coming and
gallery shot?
painting. Nope.
It's just you still, okay. It's a gallery shot of everyone. Okay.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen that.
Well, it should be at the recording anyway. I should be able to see it on the recording.
All right, everyone. Have a good Saturday, Sunday, and we'll see you in a month or so for another one.
Yeah, awesome. Bye, everyone. Woo!